What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So I can make sure y'all here for real, for real. Honestly, I'm not telling y'all to hit the like button just because I want you to. Honestly, I don't know how many people is in here seriously right now. So I just want y'all to know that, YouTube does play with the numbers. I always say that. So appreciate the one like. What's up, Samir? If I said that right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. First of all, let me do a little sound check to make sure I'm heard. All right, we're good, guys. We're good. So first of all, I wanted to come on here and I appreciate the what's up, Princess Janisha. I just wanted to come on here to talk about this. Cause I mean, this shit is diabolical. And excuse my language for anybody, that has a problem with me cussing. I got a problem with myself cussing, by the way. But you see the title. They dare you to defend yourself. The evil of 2025. Are you guys ready for this conversation? Are y'all sure y'all ready for this conversation? Do you feel like you will understand exactly where I'm coming from at this point? And by the way, I do not own any copyrights to this music in the background that's playing. Actually, my husband is going live as well, so excuse that. But I want to talk about this because, there is a lot of smear campaigns going on involving my name, my husband's name, and sadly, it's within... Samir, can you please speak English? Thank you. If you can't speak English, honestly, you're gonna have to get out of the live stream. There's a lot of smear campaigns going on, and it's really specifically because of the evil that has spread it across the map in 2025. Everybody, they think alike, they act alike. They all share the same exact body, the same soul, the same mind, and it's just weird. It's like we're surrounded by nothing but bots. Seriously, we're surrounded by nothing but bots. We're surrounded by nothing but evil. And this is not to call out, I'm not trying to start a race war. I'm not trying to, be disrespectful towards the race, which is my own race, okay? Because I do appreciate being black, but I can say at the same time, it is a struggle and it is a battle being black. I would have never thought in a million years that my own culture of people would be gang stalkers, would be evil, would be selfish, would be, what's another one? So many different ones. Huh? Reluctant to change. No, Samir. No. No Espanol. English, please. Would be reluctant to change. The sad part about it, guys, is they dare you to defend yourself. Okay? And why I say that is, so first and foremost, we're being watched. Okay? We're being stalked by the entire community. The entire community of black folks. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, we're being... Can you hear me good? Okay. Everywhere we go, we being watched. We being stalked by an entire community of black folks. And the crazy part about it is when you ask a person, hey, why you staring at me like that? Why you watching me? They get mad and they're ready for you. They ready for war, is what I meant to say. They're ready for war. 1 second, guys. So, and it's sad because it's like I have a right to defend myself, my own face, okay? If you're staring me down and you watching me and I could tell that it just looked like you want conflict. I'm just gonna ask you like, excuse me, can I ask you, you know what I'm saying, why are you watching me like that? And you get upset and you get angry, something is seriously wrong with you. That means that you have evil already within you. That means that you have ill intent. Because I don't wake up every day of my life and go outside and say, all right, let me see, who can I stare at? Who can I look at? Who can I watch? And I dare them to defend themselves from being stared at so I could put my hands on them. I don't do that shit to people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, what's up, Bobo? So I don't I just, one thing I don't get is why people are it's just so common. It just seems like everybody is doing this shit. Everybody. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm not just some kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see if, excuse the background, guys. I could see if I'm a child, and I'm telling my mother, hey, that person's staring at me. Okay, calm down. Don't get upset because they're staring at you. People stare. But I'm a damn grown woman. I'm an adult. I should be able to defend myself from being stared at, right? And look, guys, and I'm not the type of person, like I said, I don't choose violence when I wake up. That's not me. I'm not on the edge. I'm not ready to smack the shit out of someone. I'm not ready to put my hands on anybody. I'm not like that. But the thing, I wish I could show y'all exactly what I'm talking about, because a lot of y'all probably thinking to yourselves like, oh, what is she talking about? People stare. Yes, the hell they do. But it's a certain type of stare, man. And we're finding out that it is a damn smear campaign on our names throughout this whole damn community, bro. It's weird. And it's like, I don't know you. You don't know me. We don't know these people. So why the fuck do y'all know? How do y'all know us? Okay, so this is my thing too. If you know me, right? And you probably saw me on YouTube, or you heard about me, or whatever the case may be, why can't you just support me? Why? You can't even. What's up, Ivy? Why can't you just support me? But people, it's not even that type of thing no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that. It's the fact that people, they wake up, and like I said in one of my previous live streams some days ago, they wake up and they immediately choose violence. And the reason why they choose violence is because they dislike you. They don't like you. They hate you. They hate you because of what you talk about on your social media platform. And I'm going to just say that for myself. All right. They, give me 1 second, guys. I apologize about the continuous interruptions. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'm not even. Let me be realistic. Give me about 2 minutes, guys. Okay. What's up, guys? Make sure y'all hit that like button so that I can know that you're here. Um, and as I stated before I got back on here, give me a couple of seconds to adjust my camera and everything so I can turn the camera on. Okay, we are back. So, all right, y'all. This is something that I wanted to talk about, that I have been dying to talk about. So, as I stated, there are smear campaigns going on involving me and my husband and our child at the same time. Do I give a damn about what people say about me and what they think about me? Absolutely not. I don't care. Okay. But when it's a whole entire community, something is wrong. Okay. And it's not normal because, like I stated, I have lived in a lot of areas in Chicago. I've been born and raised in Chicago, lived in Chicago my whole life. Okay. I done moved out of state a few times and came back. But it's just like the new generation of black folks is extremely weird. Um what they do now is what they do now is they watch you on YouTube. They will watch your social media. The crazy part is, like I spoke about before, on TikTok they got an FYP page, and unfortunately, you seeing people that live within your community. Well, goddamn it, it's the same thing on YouTube. The only difference is you have a silent audience of people that are watching, lurking on you, stalking you, watching your every move. They don't support you whatsoever. They're just silently watching you. So when you go outside, everybody's watching you, everybody's saying your name, and you hearing your name and things like that coming from other people that's telling you, like, it's just weird. It's like, how do you know me but I don't know you? And if you do know me from social media or whatever the case may be, which is YouTube, because that's the only social media account that I do have, why are you not saying anything? Why are you not supporting me? Okay, so that's my big thing there. Now stick with me, because I know a lot of y'all probably like, make it make sense. I am the weirdest part about it is, like I stated, I'm not a child. I am a grown woman. Okay? I never gave a damn about what nobody had to say about me, especially as a grown woman. Okay? Them days been over with. I stopped caring a long time ago. When people got something to say about you and they gossiping and whatever, I don't care. It is what it is. But Like I said, these times that we're living in is a whole lot more different from 2020 or 2019 or 2021. This is different. This is different. People are watching you. They're staring you down in public as well. And they dare your ass to defend yourself. They dare you to say, "Excuse me, can I ask you, why are you staring at me? Do you know me from somewhere or something?" They dare you to say that because, like I said, they wake up and they choose violence. They wake up and they choose violence, and they're ready for war with you specifically because you are a part of, you are a part of their violence, the violence that they think about in their minds. See, just like I was telling my husband, I'm trying to make it make sense. All right, y'all, I'm trying. Just like I was telling my husband the other day, I said, you know what was so crazy? We live in a society where it's not even, let me go back and forth with this person. Let me get into a verbal disagreement with this person. Let me smack the hell out this person. Let me punch this person. Let me do this, that, and the third to this person. It is no longer those things anymore. The words KILL, it lingers in their mind. You feel me? So the society that we live amongst, they have homicidal thoughts. And that's all they worry about. If you think about it, in the latest news, breaking news and all of that, what do you see? KILLINGS. Okay? And I know that, things like this always happen, but it's way too common. It's to the point where if you tell a person, "Hey, you just stepped on my shoe," they're going to be ready to KILL you. They're not going to want to fight you. And yeah, you might get those people that do want to fight you. But it's way too common now for people to really take someone out over the smallest things. I promise you. But when did it become a point in time where I can't defend myself from being watched, from being stalked? How is it common to stalk people now? You feel me? Like, how is this a common thing? I don't understand. Why in the hell, when I come out of my house, the entire community is watching us? The entire community. It don't matter if I go out the back, if I go out the front. I mean, the gang stalking is crazy. I have never in my life lived in a damn now I do, like I told y'all before, for those of you that is not new to the channel, I told y'all before a long time ago that I have video footage of a man stalking me, okay? And this was in one of my old neighborhoods that I had lived in about 3 or 4 years ago. And if you go down to my video section, it's not in my live streams. It is from 2022. Yeah, 2022. This guy that lived across the street from me. And now, mind you, he had been living there for many years. And yeah, thank y'all for the 6 likes, actually. He had been living in that house for many, many years. He was watching us every single, and mind you, we had been living over there for 2 years. He knew our landlord, they knew one another really well, and my mother knew him and everything, but he was a stalker. He was a gang stalker. He was watching me specifically extremely hard. Every random time that I would decide to come out the house, he would come out as well. Every time. And it was happening for 2 years. So it got to a point where I just started recording. Because I started feeling a lot more uncomfortable. And I recorded this shit. And when I tell you, 2025 now, fast forward to 2025, the gang stalking is so blatant and so weird and so creepy. Like I said, I would have never thought in my whole entire life of living that my own community of black folks would be this weird. Would be this weird. Call me whatever the hell you want to call me. Say whatever the hell you want to say to me. Whatever in the comment section. I do not care. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. And I mean what I said. I never thought that black people would be this weird. You know, my own black folks. Weird. They stalking. They're watching. They're creeping. And they're using their kids as well. What's up, Angie? They're using their kids to watch you as well. And how dare you defend yourself? Because if you do, you already know you better be ready. You better be ready to really defend yourself physically. We go in the stores, and when I tell you, we can't even peacefully shop in our own community. We can't peacefully shop in our own community. And it's because everybody around us is ready to go to war with us specifically because we call them out. If you're watching me, right, and it's not for a good cause, you ain't watching me to say, hey, how you doing? And by the way, we rarely get that. We rarely get that. Okay? It's not a, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, you look familiar. I think I've seen you from somewhere. Or, hey, don't you know so-and-so? Or whatever. It's not that. It's just blatant stares. And I'll give you guys an example of the type of stares that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you. Matter of fact. And they look at you like they're puzzled, they're confused, they don't understand, like, how you don't get it, and you looking at me. There was this guy today. By the way, that was the stare that I was talking about. There was this guy today, and we were walking past him. He was walking past us. And I thought he was gone. After he walked past, I thought that was it. I thought he was gone. I want to say an hour or two later, I look up. He's sitting on the bench, staring us down. Black guy. A younger, he probably was in his 30s. Staring us down. And as I'm looking at him, I'm looking like, do you know me? Like, do you know me? I'm confused. And like I told y'all, I'm not a child. Okay, back then when I was a child and I would say what you're looking at, or, you know, it was always, you know, don't say anything to them because you're just a child. People do stare. At the time, I didn't know any better. As an adult, actually, I didn't give a damn about who stared at me because it's just like people stare, of course, you know. When I got older, I realized people just stare. But now these are different stares, guys. We are in 2025. These stares are getting a lot more wicked. You know, it's getting weird. It's getting real weird. This dude, when I tell you, it's like if you had did this to him in front of his face, he wouldn't even blink. And so I'm looking like, bro, why are you watching me? Why are you watching us? You know, even my husband was saying the same thing. He was like, bro, why is this dude standing here staring us down? Mind you, we at the park, by the way. We are at the park. You know, so many different other things he could have been staring at. You know, he could have been staring at, he could have went to go and look at something else or turned his neck and went to, but he was staring us down. And I just stood there and I was so confused because I'm like, why are you watching us though out of everything that's near you? So when I tell you this guy, he wanted trouble, you know, he got in this stance and he put his hands in his pockets and he did exactly like this. Like, what are you gonna do? Now, that's the exact thing that I'm talking about. So hold it right there. And I'm hot. I'm sweating right now. But this is the exact staring contest that I'm talking about. It's a lot more wicked, okay? Because like I said in the beginning, people wake up and they choose violence. My thing that I don't understand is, when did it become a point in time where I'm unable to defend myself? My husband is unable to defend himself from being stalked and watched. Because then after they stare you down and they dare you to defend yourself or say something to them, they watch you. They figure out where you walking, where you're going, and then they start following you. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. I am not kidding y'all. I ain't even, and it's just so unreal, man. I don't record everything. I don't. It be unfortunate, weird circumstances, situations that happen, and I can't get it on record because do I care to record my everyday life and everything that happens? No. But this shit is getting weird. And the thing about it, y'all want to know the weirdest part about this shit? I'm not even lying to y'all. Damn near the whole entire neighborhood, they know my YouTube channel. Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? I ain't even lying to y'all. They probably watching me right now. You want to know how? Because people, they talk to my husband from time to time in his neighborhood. Like I said, everybody that live around here, they're not bad people. Everybody ain't. It's a select few that's good people. There was this guy. As a matter of fact, it was a few times, a few different situations that had happened where people within this community let it be known that they be seeing us on YouTube, they be watching us. Oh yeah, my neighbors, they be watching us too. They have my information, my YouTube information, they're watching. They're listening. But I'm weird though. I'm the weird one. Something wrong with me. I got anger problems. I'm saying something that's irrelevant, you know, but you're watching me. Ain't that weird? You're watching me. Evidently, it's something that you want to figure out about me. But see, if you a grown ass man or you a grown ass woman and you got questions and you want to know something and you need answers, right? You will come to me respectfully. And he would say, hey, I think I saw you on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Not to be weird and creepy. Now, let me tell y'all something. A couple years back, I was living in this building. I think I had said this on one of my other live streams before. I was living in this building. And my old landlord, she caught me outside. She said, hey, do you got a YouTube channel? I was like, yeah. She was like, your name is Danny TV, right? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. She was like, oh, I'll be watching you on YouTube. I be seeing you don't that. So it kind of creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie to you, it creeped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I like when people acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. Tell me that you watching me. Don't just watch me and be a fucking creep. And listen to me and look at my life behind the camera and You're watching, you trying to look in the background, you trying to see what's going on, you trying to listen. People will literally watch your whole entire life. They'll fucking listen to you and everything. I'm dead ass, bro. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. And excuse my language, excuse my cussing words. You know, the shit blows me because it's like, why can't you acknowledge me if you watching me every day? Or if the notifications is popping up on your phone, you live around me, right? You see me walking the streets, you see me in the car, you see me in the fucking stores, and you can't even say, hey, I saw you on YouTube. I'm not saying be geeked up. I'm not saying that. Be a fan. I don't give a damn. You ain't gotta be a fan. You ain't even gotta like me. But damn it, I don't understand. I don't get it. Why watch someone every single day and listen? You're listening to them talk. Come on, man. This shit getting weird, man. 2025 got to be one of the weirdest years. I'm trying to make it make sense. I am trying to make it make sense. 2025 has to be one of the most diabolical, weirdest years of my fucking life, bro. People, like I said, excuse my cussing. People, they're watching us, and then even my husband has been noticing the same thing. See, he will call me out if I'm wrong. He'll let me know. Right, I'm gonna read your comments in a second. Give me a second. He said the same exact thing. You know, like I said, we real as hell towards each other. We got to be one of the realest couples that anybody else would know. You know, and we just keep it real with each other. We call each other out on bullshit. You know, if he doing something wrong, I'm gonna let him know. If I'm doing something wrong, he gonna let me know. But I had to ask him, you know, because we witnessing these things together and we're seeing these things happen together. So I'm like, am I wrong? Am I tripping? He was like, nah. Nope, you not. Now you know I'll let you know if you tripping. Nah, you ain't tripping. This same shit be happening to me. But it's happening to us together, bro. Y'all building smear campaigns on our names and y'all don't even know us from a can of paint. They gotta be one of the weirdest. And they find anything that they can think of to use it to gossip about you. You know? And see, yeah, people, they do gossip. You know, we live in a world, people gossip. It's social media, shit like that. But this is a different type of gossip. It's different. It's a different type of stare. It's a different type of gossip. It's a different type of, you know, stance that they do I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We got a person that live over here. I ain't finna say no names. Cause I know y'all watching me. I know y'all people that live in this neighborhood. Y'all probably be watching me. Y'all see me all the time. Shit like that. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's this guy, young guy. He stay around us. I ain't saying no, giving no descriptions or nothing. But he does the exact shit that I'm talking about. Okay? And every time we're walking to the garbage can, every time we walk into the car, every time we walking past, every time we park in the car and we coming in the house, he's standing right there, staring us down. And a few times my husband looked at him like, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro? This nigga was like, it's like he became even more angrier with the facial expressions when he said, hey, like, and then he does it every time now. Every time he see us walking past or doing whatever we do, it's like he's ready for war. He wants conflict. And these females around this area the same damn way. They want to fight. I am a grown ass woman that got too much to lose. I'm not about to fight your ass. But if just to warn you, if you think you're gonna put your hands on me, you got another thing coming. I just want to be 100 with you. You said you got everybody scared to engage because that truth got them shocked. Yeah. And I don't look. This is what my video is specifically about to be about. People that be watching me, they don't support me, they watch me, they stare me down, they even live in your community, they'll watch you, they don't support you, but they stare at you every goddamn day that you walk out your damn house. They stare at you when you go into the garbage can, they stare at you when you go into the store, they stare at you when you're in a bad mood and you just want to go outside and you want to get some fucking air. Then it's like, this the crazy part, man. This is the crazy part, y'all. They stare at you and they're ready for conflict when you already in a heated moment. If it's already something that you're going through, something that ain't got nothing to do with the outside world, nothing. You already going through some shit. You just need to go outside. You need to clear your mind. You need to get some air. You need to take a walk. These motherfuckers be outside ready to get into it with me. Same shit with him. They ready to get into it with him. They don't even know this man. They don't know me either. So they stare you down and they watch you. They spit by your foot. They bump into you. They throw cigarettes by you. They sit on their porches and they stare at you. And they looking at you like, what? What are you gonna do? And it's the evil is so common now. The stalking is so common now that it's weird. And the police, they're the same exact fucking way. CPD, the biggest gang stalkers there is. They sit there and they watch you and they know everything about you. Of course they do. They're police officers. They know your name, they know your address, they know everything about you. They sit there, they supposed to be watching the neighborhood, watching to make sure ain't nobody getting harmed and things like that. But they watching you. You know what I'm saying? They get out their cars, the CPD. They get out their damn squad cars and they stand and lean against their squad cars and they stare us down. What the fuck is going on? You say what? What you say? He said because communication is against the law. It is. It is. Excuse the background, y'all. Baby girl got a little boo-boo.
She okay. It's okay, mama. It's okay. I got to clean those little scratches.
She got a little scuff mark from running outside and stuff. Y'all know how the little kids is. They just feel like, oh, it's time to play. Let me run for the hills. But anyway, back to what I was saying. He said communication is against the law. It is. People don't like to communicate. They feel like it is a crime to communicate. And the only way that they'll communicate is through text messages with emojis, with, you know what I'm saying, one words, and they barely answer the freaking phone for you. They will communicate through social media, though. Social media is, you know, their outlet. They use social media for every damn thing. They laugh at you and shit. Random as fuck. They laugh, excuse my language. They laugh at you and they think that you're a damn joke because you're telling the truth. But, you know, we got the last laugh. I do. Because guess what? Like I said before, I know the truth. You don't. I'm trying my hardest not to be childish as hell behind this shit, but it irks my nerves. It really does, you know, because I done got fed up. I done got to the point where I said, you know what? Take it to the YouTube streets then. Fuck it. Because people of 2025 And like I said, go to my previous live streams. Y'all are gonna see when I talk about people of 2025 and how weird and creepy they are. I have talked about the evil of 2025 in the very beginning of 2025 because I knew that this year was gonna be some type of weird, some type of evil, especially in the very beginning, like the very first month, January 2025. I was already having problems with people, and it was a different type of, conflict. It was different. At that point, I said to my husband, I promise y'all, I said to him in the very beginning, I said, damn, you know what's so weird, man? It seemed like people are no longer ready for verbal altercations or physical altercations. They are ready to go over and beyond that. They want to KILL you. They want to take you out of your misery. I'm telling you, it's different. It's different. So we have to keep our heads up, eyes open. And I would say, oh, let me delete this YouTube channel and start a whole nother one. No, keep on watching me. But y'all some fucking weirdos. So I have to call y'all out. I have to let it be known that I know that you're watching me. Oh yeah, family members too. Family members too. Old friends. Yes. People that I was once cool with last year and the year before that, and we're no longer talking, speaking to each other. They got my YouTube information and they watching me. They're watching me. Family members watching me. And you want to know how, let me tell y'all exactly. See, I'm about to expose all of y'all asses. But guess what? I'm not going to say anybody's name. I'm not going to give a description. I'm not going to say if you're male or female. Well, actually, one of them, I am going to say something. But anyway, let me go ahead and fucking expose them. So, I'm going to explain to y'all exactly how some of these people have my info. Number one, DCFS. They actually are the biggest fucking gang stalkers there is, right? And you want to know why? Because, they're watching my channel. They watch me every fucking day, okay? They watch every time I post, every time I have something to say, about whatever situation. Biggest fans. You feel me? DCFS, they my biggest fans. Clap it up for DCFS, y'all. DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services. Let me thank y'all so much for being my biggest supporters. There is, okay? Y'all watching me, okay? And obviously it's known, okay? Because it shows up in the court files. My YouTube channel, it's in my YouTube channel name, the link, the URL, the damn, y'all watching me like that. All right, now we got them down packed. We got DCFS, CPD next, Chicago Police Department watching me. Yep. Whole damn neighborhood watching me. Y'all is fucking. This is ridiculous. And when I tell y'all, it's the people behind this shit that is watching me, that knows me personally. Honestly, if you ask me, it's more black people than anything. Okay? Blacks and Mexicans, okay? And then very few white people here and there. And honestly, y'all ass really racist as fuck too. Yeah. You watching me, you racist, shit like that. By the way, I'm talking about the people that knows me personally, like these organizations and these corporations, and then the people that live around me. And, okay, now we got all that down pat. Next, let's go to old friends. Okay, so let me tell y'all how they got my information. Oh, by the way, I can't really go into detail how DCFS received my information, but let's just say non-for-profit organizations are the biggest gang stalkers there is, okay? They watch everything that you do. And the only way how they get the information is through your damn children. Anyway, and by the way, my children were not putting smear campaigns on our names. My children were actually excited that I have a YouTube channel, so they just wanted to show it off. Look at my mommy, not even knowing that these people were going to use that in the evilest way there is. Okay? And you think that I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, they're watching me. I have to turn this YouTube. I have to make it private. No, it's public for you. It's public for you. Since you want to watch me and you want to know everything I'm saying, you want to know what I'm talking about, you want to know how I'm living, you want to listen to my background, you want to hear, you want to see, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to think you could use it against me, blase, blase, whatever. Okay, there you go. It's public for you. Thank you. Now that we got that out the way, let's go to old friends. Okay. Now, one of my old friends, I willingly gave her the link to my YouTube channel on some friendship stuff, because I'm feeling like, oh, we good. We've been cool for all these years or whatever. I know that she gonna support me. Well, damn. Not even knowing that you was about to figure out some sort of way how you can get into it with me and cut me off or whatever you thought that you was doing, or me cutting you off, us both just literally ending the friendship, and now you got my YouTube information and you be watching. I know you be watching me. I know you watching me. Okay? Come on now. Because if you think about it, what was the reason? What was the reason why we even disconnected from one another? There was no reason. You want to know what one of the biggest reasons is and why people disconnect from you after you give them your social media information is because I'm just speak for myself. The things that I talk about, it hit home and people realize like, wait a minute, hold on. We can't click no more because, she's not on my level. I'm not on her level. And instead of supporting me, they ready to X you out the picture. Because the things that I speak on, it bothers them. It brings out their demons, okay? So, all right, that's cool. Bye. See ya. Peace. I know you watching me. Then there's another friend that we have. Same situation. Instead, this chick feel like she can use me because my YouTube channel, and I'm not trying to brag or boast or anything like that, she was at 0 or whatever. And she like, oh, you got a lot of subscribers and, you could do this for me and you could do that for me. Absolutely the fuck not. So with that being said, she got cut off and I know she still be watching me from afar. Okay? Because you ain't about to use me, shorty. Real talk. You got the wrong one. And then it's so I ain't even gonna go into it with that person. But family is watching me because of one person out the whole damn family that got a big ass mouth. And you know what they did? They found me on TikTok. When I still got a TikTok channel, but I'll never be on there at all because I just don't like it. But when I was on TikTok, I had my my YouTube channel link. I had my YouTube channel link on my TikTok in the bio or whatever. And so once you would go on my page, it would show it right there. So give me a second, y'all. So this how I knew this person was watching me, because thanks to TikTok, They have it where you can see who's viewed your channel. Now, I've tried to cut it off multiple times because I don't want to know who's watching me. I really don't want to know. You know, it just it'll creep me out, and I know it'll creep me out. So I clicked on it because I know I turned it off, but TikTok, they just sometimes automatically turn it right back on. And it's so annoying, you know. So I click on it, and lo and behold, oh my God, it was one of a very close family member. I'm just gonna say that. Very close. You can guess or whatever you want to do. And I saw that this person was watching me, and I'm like, bro, what the hell? So I clicked on their TikTok channel, and I'm like, wow, you really have a TikTok. You're really watching me though. So, anyways, this person decided to call me. I want to say like a few weeks after that situation had happened, where I found out that they were watching me on TikTok. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it that when a person is watching you on TikTok and your YouTube link is in your bio of your TikTok, you think they ain't gonna click on that? See, we live in a world, in a society where people investigate. You might as well call everybody out here FBI agents. Real talk, they investigate. They dig real deep into your background. They want to know exactly what you got going on every day of your damn life. What are you doing? When are you posting? What are you talking about? So anyway, fast forward, this person had called me 2 weeks after I found out that they were watching me on TikTok, and did not acknowledge that they saw me on TikTok, even though I knew that they were watching me because it showed that was them. They have their picture up there and everything. I saw their whole entire page and everything. So they never mentioned that they saw me on TikTok, never mentioned anything. Instead, what they do is mid-conversation, they just start throwing hints out there. And when I say throwing hints, they're talking about things that I have spoke about on my YouTube. Random as fuck. During the conversation, I said, oh, okay. So this person really be watching me on YouTube. Wow, okay. This shit gotta be the creepiest thing that I've ever known in my life. To watch somebody and not acknowledge them is a different type of creepy, okay? Next, we're gonna go to... Oh, by the way, hold on. Before I go to what's next. That specific family member, that person has an extremely big mouth, and they talk. They always telling somebody business. They know everyone's business, by the way. So now the whole entire family is watching me on YouTube. Hi, guys. Hello. How are you? Since you don't want to say anything, you don't want to acknowledge that I know that you're watching me. Come on, man. Y'all weird as fuck. So anyway, we're just going to say, and this is the last one. A bitter ass ex is watching me right now on YouTube. How did they find out? Wow. So many different ways to find out, you know. And see how I know this person is watching me for sure is because one time they sent me an email, a weird stalking ass bitter ex sent me an email and stated a lot of things that I spoke about on my YouTube channel. How did they find out? I already know how you found out about my channel, sweetheart. I already know. I know who gave you the info. I know, but guess what? I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to tell you. But I know that you be watching me, and you should worry about your bitch. Don't worry about me. That's all I want to say. Because I'm doing perfectly fine, as you can see. You know, I know that you wish that you were in my husband's spot, but it's a little too late for that. Okay? But while we're here and while we're talking about this, you know, I would love for you guys that are watching me, that knows me personally, to comment and say, hi, Danny, it's so-and-so. Yes, I have been watching you. You got me. You caught me. But I know y'all not gonna do that. I know instead y'all gonna get pissed off and y'all gonna get mad and y'all probably are going to throw more smear campaigns on my freaking name. Congratulations. I know the truth and you don't. And you think that I'm just a bamboozle. You think I'm just slow. You think I just don't know what's going on. You think I'm not up on game. I know. Every time I go live or every time I post a video or a short or whatever the case may be, I know that you guys are watching me. I know. Y'all are the damn biggest weirdos and creeps there is. And I just want to let that be known. And I'm tired of keeping it in. I'm tired of holding it in. It's irritating as hell because it's like, you're a grown ass woman. You are a grown ass man. And you can't even. People just so fake and so full of ish that they will go as far as to telling you in the littlest, in the smallest way that they do believe in you, but they don't. They don't. They don't believe in you. They never will. And they're just trying to be cautious and they're trying to stop you from reaching to the top. We gonna get you up. Can you get matter of fact, I'll get them out. So, and also I do know that some of the trolls are random people from around the world. Some of the trolls are automated, robotic as YouTube responses or whatever. Because YouTube does have robot content creators. If y'all don't, I mean AI content creators. So and I had been calling this out before I even found out about it. I knew it. I knew it. Based off of y'all responses, is weird as hell. And then also most importantly, some of the people that knows me personally, they are under different accounts. Of course, nobody's gonna put their real name on here. I wish that YouTube did make it to where some way, somehow, you don't have to put your real name, but you do have to identify who you are before you make a YouTube account. Like, for instance, maybe an ID. I hate to say it, because I never wanted to be one of them type of people. But I wish that they can make it to where you can identify yourself as a real person. And once they identify you as a real person, then that's when you can use a fake name. But unfortunately, we never know who's watching us. And, I had a few people tell me, they said, girl, you should watch what you saying on YouTube because you know them people watching you. I don't give a fuck who watching me. You shouldn't be watching me. You should actually be doing your job. Girl, you shouldn't say that. What's gonna happen? The police are gonna lock me up and throw away the damn key? Is that what we talking about? Why I gotta be censored? Why the fuck do I gotta be censored? I ain't even trying to cuss, y'all. It feels so good to get that off my chest. It do, because, the only person I really talk to is my husband. That's my best friend. That's my everything. Real shit. And also, I do talk to God. When I be praying, yeah, I talk to God. I let him know, how I feel. Man, look, I be keeping it real with him. I say, man, these people are so weird out here in 2025. God, can you please help me when dealing with these type of people? Please help me, God. I've never in my life thought that 2025 would be a year of severe gang stalking, severe evil. Man, it's getting out of control. Now, I can't honestly say that I do remember a point in time, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was like 2022, the very beginning of 2022, or like the ending of 2020. Matter of fact, yeah, it was the ending of 2021, beginning of 2022, where me and my husband had we was dealing with a smear campaign on our name, but it was just like the common, people just be gossiping and people going. I'm not gonna lie to you. At that point, they was tweaking because these people that was gossiping about us, they was really just hating on us because we had started a company of our own, and we was making a lot of money off of it, and people didn't like that. They didn't want to see us elevate. And see, that's what I be talking about with black people too. They do not want to see you elevate. And I'm not saying every black person is like that, but majority of the ones that we had to deal with, they didn't like the fact that we was getting to a point where they didn't want us to be. So to pull us back down, they started gossiping about us. They made a live stream about us on Facebook, and this happened all the way back in 2021, 2022, one of them. And I said, damn, the hatred is real. But you ain't stopping my show, because guess what? I'm still living and we're still working on better yet. I appreciate y'all for doing it. Oh, my bad. Let me say this too, y'all. Those same exact people that I'm talking about, they're probably watching me now too, because they had my YouTube information back then as well. And the only way how they got to my YouTube information is because, see, all of these people that I'm talking about right now at this very moment is people that my husband went to school with, and that he knew personally or whatnot. They were on his YouTube channel, and everybody know that I be on his YouTube channel, a big supporter. I'm always in his live streams, moderating and stuff like that. So they were watching me, and they let it be known way before they even, tried to bring us down and talked about us like a dog or whatnot, put us on live streams and all type shit. Yeah. I mean, at the same time though, y'all still ain't stopped nothing. All y'all did was just make us a lot more greater than what we are now. Appreciate you guys for doing that, by the way. But yeah, it'd be crazy how people will feel like, oh yeah, this person ain't about to get further than me. I'm about to pull them back down. And honestly, man, I'm telling y'all, the times that we living in, when I be talking that talk, I be sweating hard as hell because I adore the fact that I get to get stuff off of my chest, and I bring it to the YouTube streets, because I know that even though you're watching me and you being creepy as hell while doing it, and you're being a freaking weirdo, I should just call y'all the silent audience. Yeah, to all the people that's watching me, they listen to me, they hear me, but they ain't trying to support at all. And I'm talking about people that just subscribe to the channel and they be seeing me going live and they hop on a live stream. They just don't say shit at all. And I'm also talking about people that knows me personally. I just want to call y'all the silent audience. Hello, silent audience. Because the shit that y'all do behind the cameras is so weird, bro. It's weird. And man, honestly, if I had a different type of vision, I would be able to see you right now. I'd be able to see exactly what you're doing behind the cameras. And majority of y'all asses is really just watching me for real. Some of y'all going as far as to zooming in, and then some of y'all are going as far as to sending the link to people that you know personally. Girl, look at her. Girl, who she thinks she talking about? But you watching me though. Is it safe to say that you my biggest fan? Now, I don't care about having fans. I do not care. I don't care about people, I don't care. I'm not that type of person like, oh yeah, hey, Danny TV, can you take a picture with me? Can you sign my autograph? The type of fans that I have, they're haters watching on the sideline. The type of haters that I have, it's like a evil hatred. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like a she thinks she look better than me. That's not the type of hate that I'm talking about. Now, some of y'all women do act like that. Some of the men be jealous too. Y'all know what's crazy? Men be jealous of women. Weird. Okay? Sissy boy. But my thing is though, the shit that y'all do, the hating, it's out of control. It's like, oh, she's talking. See, a lot of women think like this. It's like, she might as well be talking about herself because she black too. She a woman too. But see, the difference between me and you is I'm nothing like you. The difference between me and you is we don't share the same mind and the same body and the same soul. That's the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is, I have freedom within the mind. I am free. I'm free from being enslaved. You're not. You are okay with being stuck in that mindset. So y'all can kiki and kaka behind the cameras. Y'all can laugh because you hear me talking. You can do all of that. But at the end of the day, just know that you will remain a lost soul out here just like everybody else. So, who will have the last laugh then? Y'all, I'm steering away from pop for sure. But I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all tried this. Cherry 7-Up. It's a hit. Before we finish this conversation, I just want to say this to all my people out there that really do support me, that are real true supporters. I appreciate y'all. I do thank y'all for really engaging, listening, so whatever. But then again, to the people that's watching me but hate me, I also want to say thank you. Thank you so much, because you know what's crazy? You're actually helping my channel grow by watching me, you damn idiot. And you're giving me the views that YouTube needs to see. So, oh, by the way, what y'all see here on my channel is not what I see in my YouTube studio. So if you see a low amount of numbers or whatnot here on my channel, it's not the same in YouTube studio, which is weird as hell. But that's just to my stalkers, to the people that's really trying to keep up with me, and to the people that's really trying to figure out and understand, like, how do she got 3,000 and something, but she ain't even, girl, bad, you ain't even getting no numbers or none of that. Okay. Hi. People just feel like just because they watch you on camera, they know how you are as a person. No. You don't know me. Just because you hear me talking and you see what I'm saying. See, that's the problem too. People hear you talking, but at the same time, they don't really hear you. They're not trying to really chime in to what you're saying because they're lost. They want to remain lost. Their minds are locked and caged away. Without the chains, without the whips, without you being hung, without you picking in the cotton field, You are enslaved in the mind. You're imprisoned in the mind. And you know what y'all remind me of? To all the people that's not free from slavery, which is shit, if you ask me, 90% of the damn world, 99.9% of the world is some way, somehow trapped into slavery, imprisoned, and feel like they just can't break free. But you can. You can. All you gotta do is think for yourself. All you gotta do is sit down and really think to yourself. And I'm not talking about think about materialistic things. I'm not talking about thinking about how much hatred that you have for the next person. I'm not talking about how can you make this pay this bill, and how can you pay your rent, and pay your car. No, I'm not talking about that, because you're still freaking enslaved. I'm talking about, why don't you question what's going on in this world? Why don't you do your research and dig deep? Because without doing that, and without really, also convicting yourself when you wrong, and acknowledging your wrongs, acknowledging your mistakes, and trying to better yourself as a person, without doing any of that, you're going to continue to be enslaved and trapped. This is why the system hates me so much. And this is why they watch me and they listen to everything that I say. And, it's crazy, because it's like, you would think like, damn, you got my kids, worry about my damn kids, bro. Why are you worried about me as their mother? I'm doing perfectly fine. You're not, because you're watching me. Evidently, you ain't doing that. And you know what? Especially with the women, I just feel like it's so GAY. I feel like it's so GAY to be worried about the next woman and what she's doing every single day, and to pop up on the live streams and try to listen in, and her personally. But anyway, this is why the system hates me so much, because I broke free of your BS years ago, actually. And I know that y'all want me to be, let's just say, depressed. I know that you want me to be depressed every day of my life. You feel like I should cry, I should break down, and yeah, that's how y'all want me to be. I know that y'all want me to crash out. You want me to be a crash out dummy. But it's not working in your favor, honey. It's not. It's just not. See, I know that y'all stereotype people like me that's dealing with the system, and y'all feel like, according to my calculations, by year 2, Danny is supposed to be a fucking crash out. Why is she still not crashing out? Damn, it's 3 years, she's still not crashing out. Damn, it's 4, 5, 6.5 now, she's still normal. Shit, we can't get her, guys. We have to get her some way, somehow. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. You locked me up, and you tried to throw away the damn key, and you tried to keep me in jail, and I got out by the grace of God. You took my children, and you tried to make me crash out, but it didn't work. Y'all did all type of shit, everything that you could think of, man, that a person to do to make you crash out. I promise you, y'all, I'm not even lying to y'all. This system has done everything they could think of to try to make me crash out. They left me homeless out here, sleeping in the car, pregnant, all type of shit, They turned my damn family against me, all type of shit. They did everything they could think of to make me say, I give up. You got it. But it just never worked in y'all favor. When are you going to understand? You're not going to be able to affect me no matter what. You're not. Because I wouldn't even be right here today preaching this to y'all right now if I was affected, right? This is just my testimony. And this is just a little piece of my testimony. A little piece. Because even through all of the ups and downs, the obstacles, the hard times in my life, y'all snatching away my kids when they were newborns and keeping them in a system and, you know, telling me that I have to work extremely hard and do this and do that to get my children back. Even when y'all got me locked up, all type of shit, you would have thought I would have crashed out and got my ass locked up for real or 6 feet under. But I stand here to sit here today to tell y'all, guess what? I'm still standing. And nothing that you do to me can affect me because I'm still going to be living. I'm still going to be living. Now, I understand that y'all got to deal with a lot of crash outs. And I understand that, you know, it's people that y'all have done this to that crashed out on y'all. And they probably, you know, tried to harm one of y'all if they didn't already. But see, the crazy part about it is they watch me so hard, right? And we talking the system. They watch my channel so hard. They lurking on me. They listening to everything that I say. They put it in court files and court documents and shit like that. So when we have court, they're bringing it up. Oh yeah, the mother was talking about that. Girl, bye. Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to keep talking. I got a YouTube channel. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep talking. All right? I'm just saying. It's just the truth. What the hell do I got a YouTube channel for? Why don't y'all take it up with the people behind YouTube? Matter of fact, report my page if you got a problem. But I'll just make another YouTube channel. It's just not going to stop. You know, I'm just going to keep talking. And see, let me tell y'all something too. I have affected a lot of people mentally through what I talk about to the point where they run and they quit their jobs. They run. They hide. But see, look, this is my thing. You can run, you can go to another corporation, another organization, you can run, but you can't hide. And why I say that? And I'm not saying I'm going to harm anyone. I'm going to do anything to anyone. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is the fact that, you know, I told y'all the Most High God, his wrath, I told y'all he don't play. I'm telling you, you cannot sit here and throw smear campaigns on somebody's name. Put their name in court files, snatch this away from them, snatch that away from them, do this to them, do that to them, and they a kind-hearted person, they a good person. Oh, yeah, something gonna happen to you though. And when I say something gonna happen to you, I'm not saying specifically that someone's going to harm you. You know, it can be a number of things. You can lose your job, you can lose your car, you can go have bad health. You know, you can lose everything that you had. Because, see, you can't be evil for too long without something happening to you. Because, like I keep telling y'all, you reap what you sow. What you sowed, you will reap. For real. Seriously. What you sow, you will reap. And I'm tired of people just feeling like they so high and mighty, you know, just because you're an officer, just because you're a prosecutor, just because you're a judge, just because you're a lawyer, just because you're a teacher, just because you're this, just because you're the fucking United States president. It doesn't mean that nothing can't happen to you, sir or ma'am. You cannot be evil your whole entire life and sit here and think, oh, I'm good. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go on to the Bahamas. I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to keep getting this money. and I'm just gonna keep ruining her life. Just say it. Just say it to my face with a straight face whenever you see me. And I'm talking for the people that knows me personally. Just let me know what it is. You know? Tell me how you really feel. But honestly, y'all, they have said how they felt, and they sound like a bunch of whiny ass babies, a bunch of whiny ass children. I told y'all we living in a times where we're no longer surrounded by adults. Okay, we're surrounded by a world full of damn toddlers that are pacified by the system, that hates when you call them out, that hates when you call them out because now they're in trouble. Real talk. We live in a world where the children are more mature than the adults. Make that make sense. Because, real talk, when you look at these videos surfacing the internet, what do you see? Nothing but a bunch of childish ass Karens, ghetto ratchet ass females, a bunch of childish ass men, a bunch of Kens, people that just want to act like they're the police. They want to be the police. They want to record everything that you do so they can show the whole entire universe, the world, and say, hey guys, look at this person right here. They're acting crazy. Like, we live, like, ain't nobody is real enough and adult enough to really say how they feel. Me personally, and I'm telling y'all, boy, when a person really have the balls to step to me, you better ask somebody. Telling you better ask somebody. Matter of fact, the person that'll tell you what it really is, because all the people, they're gonna deny it. The people that dislike me, they're gonna deny it and say, no, she doesn't. She doesn't stand on business. You're a damn lie. And the truth ain't no way near in you. The person that knows this personally for sure is my husband. He know that, anytime I feel a way about a person, I'm gonna tell them straight up to their face. Every thought that comes in my mind about that person, I'm gonna let you know how I feel. What the hell I got to hide? Nothing. But I always come to a person respectfully. I'm just, like I said, we live also in a world where people fail at communication. And I said the only time people communicate is through social media and through using emojis, as if, wow, that's so adult like. Kids do that. When did it become a point in time where adults just stopped voicing how they felt? When did it become a point in time where adults just stopped talking about how they would like how adults, my bad, let me say that over. When did it come a point in time where adults stop communicating how they feel about the next person? When social media happened. When social media happened, it was the biggest takeaway with verbal communication, and people being able to get their feelings out and how they truly feel about someone. That shit just don't exist no more. Everything is emojis and one word and a few sentences here and there. If they do that, people don't even answer the phone. They don't leave voicemails. Honestly, what's so weird about it? A person will call you and not even leave a voicemail. You will look at your phone and say, oh, so and so called, and it just say missed call. They don't even leave a text message or a voicemail. They just calling you. They don't even say why they just called you. Hey Danny, I just called you, but of course I'm not of this world. That's the thing though. The difference between me and my husband and a lot of y'all people out here is, a lot of these people, they suck at communication. They're not the biggest communicators because they are loved by the world and they love the world back. But being that we took a step back and a step out of the matrix and we're free from being enslaved, people don't like us. So they intentionally fail to communicate with us. And they feel like I'm not going to tell them how I feel about them. I'm just going to do certain things. I'm going to poke the bear. Let me poke the bear and see where y'all fail every time miserably. It is just insane. When you're ever going to give up? Like I said, people just try to figure out different ways to poke at the bear to say, "Oh, let me see if I can get Danny to crash out." Do y'all not know people have even used my children, bro, to get me to crash out? People use my children. But see, this is my thing. As long as, don't nothing bad happen to my kids to the point where they in the hospital. As long as don't nothing bad happen to my kids to where they're telling me that somebody really, really, really did something to them, we all good in my book. I'm going to just keep praying for you. As long as no one physically harms me, harms our little one, or harms my husband, you all good in my book. I'm just going to pray for you. That's the only way that you will be able to succeed in watching me throw some blows at you. And I'm talking about real punches. I'm talking about real hits. The only time you're going to be able to get me activated like that is if you mess with my family for real, for real. And I'm talking about really harming one of us. Of course, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? You think I'm just going to stand by with my arms folded and say, "Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going till you put them in the hospital"? I don't have anything to do with that. Nah. So, there you have it. I know y'all wonder, how can I get her to crash out? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I say this? Can I say that? As long as you don't put your hands on me, we all good. If you thinking about putting your hands on me, we still good. Because you want to know why? Long as you don't walk up to me and like physically put your hands on me, we good. If you put your hand, see, this is what I need y'all to understand, because I'm so tired of people just feeling like, "Oh, she's just this angry, frustrated black woman." She's frustrated, guys. She's frustrated. She's crashing out. Look at her. She's on the internet. She's crashing. Bruh, I come to the YouTube streets to say how I feel, to voice how I feel. And as I'm voicing how I feel, I do hand movements, neck movements, eye rolls, whatever you could think of. You could call me whatever the hell you want to call me. But guess what? Long as you don't put your hands on me, we all good. So, with that being said, anybody out there that knows me personally, or that doesn't know me personally, that feels like I can poke the bear and she's not going to do nothing. You right. Duh. Why the hell would I want to spend the rest of my life in prison for doing something to you? Just because you trying to figure out how you can get me worked up and get me mad and get me to say, I'm going to respectfully put you in your place. Okay? This is what I do. When people really feel like, "Oh, let me poke the bear. She ain't going to do nothing. She ain't going to do nothing. Let me say this. Let me say that. Let me go this way and go that way." I'm going to respectfully put you in your place. That's all I'm going to do. Now, you have another thing coming. If you decide that you just want to put hands on me and hit or anything like that, then that's a whole nother story. Okay? I have every right just as everybody else does, to defend themselves, you know, for someone physically trying to harm us. Seriously. You said if you want to hear her voice, subscribe and replay a video. Damn creeps. Exactly. That's my thing. If you want to hear me talk, because people always be trying to, you know, when I had my old number, people would randomly call me and stuff like that. And I wouldn't even answer. And I'll call back, say, hey, did you call? Yeah, I just wanted to hear your voice. Okay. For future reference, since you already watching me on YouTube secretly behind the scenes and shit like that, how about pull up my YouTube channel, watch an old video of me, and then you can turn up the volume and hear my voice. Duh. Thank you, hubby. Thank you. He just put me on. I was today years old. I know they probably behind the cameras like, damn, she crashing out. She going on a rant. Nah, man. Nah, this ain't the crash out, Danny. This ain't the crash out, Danny. The crash out, Danny, will probably be behind bars right now. That's the old me. The old me will be locked up with no fucking care in the world. I don't care. If I crash out, y'all, if I crash out just like anybody else, evidently we don't care, right? Duh. So that's the crash out me. But this is a more positive version of me. This is the most positive version that you're gonna get. You know, because see, when I'm able to voice how I feel, like I said, I do hand movements. I gotta talk to some of y'all like y'all my children. Cause some of y'all be acting slow as hell. I'm just gonna call it how I see it. I don't understand either how people can listen to you, but they not listening to you. They can listen to you, they hear your voice, because they want to hear your voice, they want to hear you talk. People so weird. People so weird in 2025 that when they see you and they see that you a silent person, right? That you just not a talkative person whatsoever. When they pull up your YouTube channel and they see you talking, they so weird, bro. They be zooming in on your face. They zooming in on your whole profile. They gotta turn up their volume so they can listen to you talk. They not trying to listen to you for advice though. They're listening to your voice and the way that you talk and how you sound. They listening to your background. They listening to your life. People so weird. Yeah. Y'all weird. Y'all are a different type of weird. And I know I just was all over the place real quick, but let me go back to the gang stalking within the community of 2025. I know y'all watching me. I know you're watching me. But you know what's so weird and so creepy about that? It's the fact that I just don't know specifically which one of y'all it is. I don't know what time you tune in. I don't know if you tune in immediately when you see me live or after the live. I don't know. I don't know specifically if it's this person, that person, you know, but I do know that you're watching me though. I know that you're watching my channel. I know that y'all probably be binge watch. Y'all know what's even more weird and creepy? People that don't support you and they don't like you, but they personally know you, bro. Imagine this. This finna sound real creepy. Imagine the people that knows you personally, they don't support you, they listen to you, they watch you, right? Your channel, social media. Imagine them binge watching your videos at nighttime and eating snacks and falling asleep, watching your videos. falling asleep, and they wake up in the morning, Danny TV still on their screen, battery low. They plug their phone up, and they, oh snap, I'm still watching her. And then they back on the home button. And now they going back to YouTube and trying to refresh. Oh no. It's too late. You're watching me. Y'all is just a different type of creep. I mean, we already got a specific neighbor, right? I ain't gonna say no names. Not gonna point at anyone. We already got a neighbor that watches us out their window. Okay? Anytime we come outside, they stand in their window and they just sit there and they watch us. Right? And you would think that that's the only person. So why the hell is it every neighbor that's on each side of them, right? Because they in the middle. You got the neighbor on this side, the neighbor on that side, and then the neighbor down the street. And we come outside and we just sitting out there and we just talking, minding our business. And we look up and lo and behold, we have all eyes on us out of the window. Everybody is standing in their windows watching us. And then one of them, he gets so mad when he finally see that we paying attention to him watching us. He slams his window down and shuts his curtains. And he does this all the time. But see, my thing is, bro, you watching us. Then another thing that he does is he comes out. Every time we come out, he comes out. We already outside before this man. He always comes out to his garage. And he sits in his garage with it open, just sits there and he watches us. And he listens to everything that we're talking about. So what we do is we intentionally, say things like during mid-conversation of whatever we're speaking about. If we talking about some cars and we see a person like that that's literally watching and listening to us, what we say is, yeah, yep, the cars and stuff, yep. But anyway, when you got people really watching you and listening, so what he does is every time we do that, he get up, close his garage, and go in the house. Exposure much, right? You just got exposed, big dog. And it's evident because it's like every time we go outside, ain't nobody out there. And then all of a sudden you coming out there and you just sitting there in your garage with the garage wide open and you just listening and watching it. Woo, child, I'm telling you, like the doggone stalking of 2025 is just so damn weird. It's weird. And then the crazy part is when it's a person that knew you personally, that knew all your information, especially your social media YouTube account, that was obsessed with watching you to the point where they finally got fired or left the specific, organization that they were working for, where they were able to watch you. The fact that they sitting at home right now and they no longer work for that organization and they just pulling up your YouTube channel, listening to you right now talk. It's crazy. It's crazy. You still obsessed? You still have... Why you so obsessed with me? I just want to know. Man, we have a world full of obsessed creeps. People be stalking. People be lurking. People be listening. People be watching. People be evil at the same time. How? Pick a struggle. How are you watching me, listening to me, and you evil all in one? You're evil. You can't support me at least? Damn. Wow. But like I said, Some of y'all don't even know that y'all are unknowingly supporting me. When you're sitting here behind the camera and you dislike a person like me and you're watching me, you're helping YouTube get them numbers up. Get it together, stalkers. Get it together. Get it together, guys. You have to be a better stalker than that. If you gonna watch me, at least say, hi, Danny. I am so-and-so from here. I am so-and-so from there. But let y'all tell it. I'm tweaking. I'm frustrated. You know, the only words that the system used towards a black man and a black woman is frustrated. You know, frustrated. Let y'all tell it. I'm frustrated. You know what? You goddamn right. I am frustrated. You right. I'm frustrated and fed up with you being a weirdo creep. A racist ass creep. How you racist and creepy at the same time? How you racist and you weird at the same time? How you racist but you got a black child? How you're racist and you really watching me every single day of your life? How you racist and you don't like this type of culture, but you're so fixated on that specific culture? How? How? It don't make sense. It don't. How you don't like me, but you're watching me? How you don't like me, but you tune in to every live stream that I'm on? How you don't like me, but you binge watch my videos? How you don't like me, but you're giving YouTube the views that I need to my channel? How you don't like me, but you intentionally hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when I upload every video or every live stream? You are obsessed. You have an obsession with me. And a sick obsession at that. Y'all know what's crazy? Tell me I'm lying. A bunch of weirdo creeps that work within the system, they watch me every day of their lives. Anytime I go live or make a video or whatever the case may be, they're watching me. And honestly, majority of the time it's a bunch of women. And I just feel like, ew, like, I don't like women, I like men. And actually I have a husband. Why are you obsessed with me? You disgust me. But y'all know it'd be crazy. How are you obsessed with me and you racist at the same time? I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all remember that off the Bad Girls Club? It was all the way back when I used to watch the Bad Girls Club. What she say? She said, I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not even trying to be childish right now, but it just gets funny after a while. You know, it gets fun to actually talk about, you know, especially when there's a bunch of weirdo gang stalking creeps watching you. Especially people that knows you personally. I just can't get over that. I can't. Someone help me understand, please. Please. I'm ready to move out of Chicago, bro. I'm talking about, let's go back to what I was just talking about with like the community, like, and it's not even really just this community specifically. It's just really all around the city of Chicago. I would have never thought in a gazillion years that black folks would be the most weird, creepiest culture here in the city of Chicago that I've ever known in my lifetime. Y'all, and then they make it so uncomfortable for you to be in stores. Everybody's watching you. Y'all might as well have some binoculars too. You might as well. So you can watch me when I go down the aisle all the way towards the end and you sitting there at the register waiting to be up next in line. Where your binoculars at? Freaking weirdos, man. Bunch of damn weirdo creeps. And it's crazy. You can keep that open too. Need some sunlight. Yeah, I've been on here for 1 hour and 47 minutes, but I don't care, man. Because since y'all want to watch me, I want to watch y'all too. Let's have a staring contest. Because, you know, it's crazy. I know it's even better when you guys, you know, finally get to be able to see me talking on camera live. And you're able to see me like really talking live so that you can zoom in. Matter of fact, that, you know what, earlier I was about to say something and I had forgot what I was going to say, but it just came back to me now. So let me give y'all another example of a weirdo creep in this neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, that was watching us and shit. We at the park, this was like some weeks ago, we at the park relaxing, chilling. There's this guy, he's walking past and he just started staring us down. You know, mind you, we the only ones at the park because no one was up there yet. He's just literally walking past, staring us down. So my husband looked up and he was like, "What's up, man? What's up?" So the guy was like, "I know you." And we was like, "What? Where do you know us from?" So he just started getting upset and he, "What? Huh? What? All right, bro, keep walking. Ain't nobody got time for that. So you know us? Or you know him?" People are so damn weird. And then it's like, where you know me from? I'm asking you a question. Where do you know me from? You can't even say nothing? You gonna get mad? That's what I'm saying. They dare you to defend yourself in any type of way. Even if that means you asking them a question respectfully. Ain't nobody get disrespectful and smart at the mouth or nothing. Because if you know us, hey, where you know us from? Now you ready to fight, bro? You ready to fight. You're ready for war, ready for conflict. That's what I be talking about. They out here waking up on the wrong side of the bed intentionally. Not being grateful for another day. Not being grateful to see another day. They just ready for conflict. Ready for war. You know, who is this? Ahmed says, "Do you like kids?" Just because you said answer my question, I'm not going to answer your question. Next. They got to be the dumbest, diabolical thing I've ever heard in my life. And you hear a kid in the background, which is my child. I guess I don't like kids. Call it what you want. It is what it is. I know a lot of y'all ready to, you know, screen record that portion and, you know, try to think that y'all could try to call me out on that and say, "Oh, she said she don't like kids," which is her own child. The lengths that people go when they dislike you is crazy. And honestly, you can't change their mind. When a person don't like you, they just don't like you. It's either live with it or just get upset about it. I gotta live with it. You know, I know it's millions of people out here that dislike me. I know. And guess what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't want a worldly person or a person that's in the matrix, enslaved in the mind, that's lost. They got a problem with everything that I say. I don't want them to like me. Don't. Please. Keep your distance. I'll keep mine. You don't like me? Perfectly fine. It's not going to affect me. I'm still living. Still will continue to live. It's like, yeah, you know. Oh, I know she thinks she perfect, blah, blah. Nah, not yet. Not yet. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think I'm perfect, but I know eventually I will be. Yep. I know I will be eventually. I hate when people say shit like that. They be like, oh, you think you perfect. We're all not perfect. Duh. 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 And they say that to you even though you have never stated at all the words perfect. Perfecto. They say that to you even though you never even mentioned that word perfect. Even though you never said, I'm perfect. You're not. It's like they just make up their own things, their own assumptions, and they, oh, you just think you perfect. Not yet. That's the thing. And I know a lot of people probably like, what does she mean? Not yet. No, you will never be perfect. Y'all are hilarious in this world. It's crazy. It just don't make no sense to me. So explain to me how I and yourself will never be perfect. What's up, Solar? Your name look familiar. I'm trying to figure out. I think I've seen you in a few live streams. You know, people is just crazy. Explain to me how I and you will never be perfect, especially if we're working our way to be perfect. Don't you want to be perfect like Christ? You know, and another thing that people do too, y'all, a lot of the things that people say that I really dislike, it's like, first of all, I just want to say this. Anytime you know the truth, apply it, and teach others. You know, don't ignore the truth. Don't use what you doing in your daily life. Although you know the truth, don't use what you're doing in your daily life as an excuse to continue doing that. If you know the truth and you know you're not supposed to be doing it, change your ways. Why would you want to continue to stay that way? Of course, we are all not perfect, God damn it, we not. But damn it, if y'all just really just sit and think to yourself, man, I just want to be perfect like Christ. It's easy. It's easy to do so, especially when you know that you don't want to remain ignorant to the truth. It's easy. All you gotta do is just walk that walk the right way. Walk the right path. People just always saying stuff like, oh well, we all not perfect, and you know, we you know, just because we supposed to live like this and live like that or whatnot, you know, I don't want to go to hell just because I mean, I have heard that a lot this year. Honestly, I've heard that a lot last year as well. People used to tell me stuff like that. And they'll say stuff like, oh, well, you know, we all not perfect. We're not. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it. What? It's like, when y'all gonna give up saying that? It's getting old. We all not perfect. Duh. Of course we're not. But let me repeat myself again. If you believe in the Most High God and you know that you want to be like Christ, all you got to do is walk the right path. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Continue to do the right thing. Why would you want to continue to do the wrong thing, though? Even though you know what's right. For instance, let me give y'all a prime example. Watching pornography. If you know for a fact that you are not supposed to watch pornography, and it is a sin to do so, and it is heavily prohibited according to the scriptures, why would you continue to do it? Why? Same thing. Same thing with doing drugs. Same thing with drinking alcohol. Same thing with fornication. Same thing with going to clubs. Same thing with standing on the block. For my YNs out there. Standing on the block, posted up with your homies, toting pistols. If you know that it's wrong and you know you're not supposed to do it, why do you continue doing it? It's stupid. It's dumb. And you know what's crazy? People indulge in all the wrong things intentionally, willingly, and they know that they're not supposed to do it whatsoever, but they continue to do it, and they just feel like, oh, I've been doing it and I'll never get caught ever. But then when they finally get caught and they catch up to them some way, somehow, they just blame everybody else. No. You had nothing but time and chances, and you blew all of them. Me personally, I want to be right. Real talk. I got my flaws just like everybody else out here though. Do I know I have flaws? Of course. Do I know what type of flaws? Of course. Do I want to correct them? Of course, I've been working on it. And I just feel like anybody that want to be right and that want to live right, you're going to work on all your flaws. Ain't none of us perfect. None of us. But I just had to bring this to the light, the truth, which is the fact that I know that y'all out there watching me, all of the people that personally know me. There's a smear campaign on our name within this community. Just freaking weirdos. And honestly, majority of them, they don't know our real names, but you know, everybody just, they say, oh, that couple right there, that couple that lives right there, that couple that's always coming here, that couple, everybody knows us, but we don't know them. And they know us. And honestly, we mind our business. We don't communicate with nobody. We don't talk to nobody. Don't nobody know our comings and goings because we switch up our routine all the time. We switch up our schedule all the time. You know, people just are real, you know, fans, and they be stalking us. They really be stalking us. And I'm not saying that they fans from watching us on YouTube, because people really, they really do become fans from trying to figure you out. When they can't figure you out, they got to figure out how they can figure you out every single day of their lives. And then they get lucky when someone comes to them and say, hey, you know that chick that stay right there? This is her YouTube channel right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know that y'all got my YouTube information from a neighbor that already had my YouTube information. But I ain't going to say no names. I just know that y'all watching me. So I just had to let that be known, because I'm tired of people staring me down, watching me and everything, watching him, you know, watching our whole life, watching our family, watching, just thinking that they can watch our whole life, but they don't never acknowledge us. They never support us. But it's cool, bro. It's cool. I appreciate y'all views, and I appreciate y'all for watching me, staring me down, and listening to me talk. But not trying to hear me out and hear exactly what I'm speaking of, not trying to chime in. It's just so much, man. It's so much that it's ridiculous, man. It's a lot to talk about because I will go in all type of different directions speaking about it. What's up, Strange Star? I will. I'll go in all different type of directions speaking about it because it's just ridiculous, bro. Thank you, Strange Star. Appreciate it. But I'm finna get ready and get off of here. I do appreciate your sub. Y'all make sure y'all rewind this live stream so you can go back and listen. I started off very righteously frustrated in the very beginning of this live stream because I am sick and tired and fed up with a lot of stuff that people do. It's crazy how y'all all coming in here at the last minute. It's been 2 hours, bro. I'm finna get off of here. I appreciate y'all still for stopping by. Make sure y'all rewind this live stream. Make sure y'all get the likes up on here if you like what I'm talking about. If you don't, hey, you can agree to disagree. It's okay. Anyway, nevertheless, wake them folks up.